vciso-au Cyberwatch, the 17th of November 2025. Strategic Cybersecurity Intelligence Brief. Powered by vciso-au. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay secure. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Anil Yelamati. DW Report. AZ ransomware victims. Sarah Stribley. Contains 2 GB compressed free files plus 138 GB compressed paid files. Nina's Jewelry are in the list of ransomware victims. News from Dark Web Informer. Claimed bulk sale of 1,200 FortiGate VPN network logins. Claimed LG contractor breach leads to source code leak. Reported leak of Eurofiber BV full database and internal IT system. Purported SEAH Holdings source code leak, published on Dark Web. Directory tree, https pixeldrain.com/u/9rasej9s. Claimed Blossom Cloud data leak includes source code and API keys. Claimed bulk auction of 800 fulls with 70% validity rate. Threat actor releases supposed HD Hyundai source code from contractor breach. Threat actor advertises real-time access to cash-in-transit vehicles in unknown Arab nation. Alleged Millicom Tigo telco customer database breach, 380 M+ records. Alleged sale of Singapore infrastructure access. Alleged admin-level access to Greece-based WordPress shop for sale. 1. Logitech files Form 8K after cybersecurity incident. Logitech disclosed a cybersecurity incident involving unauthorized data exfiltration from internal IT systems. The issue did not impact products, manufacturing, or business operations. Quickly began investigations with assistance from external cybersecurity firms. Zero-day vulnerability in third-party software was exploited to access data. This vulnerability was later patched after the vendor released a fix. Stolen data likely included limited information on employees, consumers, customers, and suppliers. No highly sensitive data, ID numbers, payment info, was believed to be stored on the affected systems. Impact from the breach. The company has cybersecurity insurance to cover investigative and operational costs. The U.S. Senate pressured CISA to release a 2022 telecom security report that remains unpublished. Editors argue secrecy harms national cybersecurity understanding and debate. Additional breaches and zero-day issues, NPM attack, DoorDash breach, Llama Stealer resurgence, highlight widening threat activity. 2. Doubt surrounds Anthropic's claim of AI-automated cyberattacks. Anthropic reported that a Chinese threat group, GTG 1002, used its Claude code model to automate cyber espionage. Throne claims the AI autonomously conducted 80 to 90% of intrusion activity. Many cybersecurity experts immediately cast doubt on the report's accuracy. Critics called the report made up, marketing guff, or oddly lacking details. Experts' current AI systems cannot autonomously run full attack chains. Major skepticism stems from Anthropic providing no indicators of compromise, IOCs. Request researchers for technical evidence went unanswered. Anthropic says 30 organizations were targeted across tech, finance, chemical, and government sectors. Only a small number of intrusions reportedly succeeded. Anthropic claims it disrupted the activity in mid-September 2025. The company insists this is the first large-scale, mostly autonomous cyberattack ever documented. Request argue existing security tools already detect the methods described, reducing impact. 3. Fortinet silently patches FortiWeb zero-day exploited in attacks. Fortinet confirmed it silently patched a critical FortiWeb zero-day exploited in active attacks. Attacks used a path traversal flaw to create rogue admin accounts on exposed devices. Exploitation began in early October, reported first by threat intel firm Diffused. The exploit resembled earlier Fortinet vulnerabilities like CVE 2022-406084. Code allowed attackers to send crafted post requests to privileged endpoints. Tower Labs demonstrated the exploit and released a defensive analysis tool. Apid7 verified that version 8.0.2 mitigates the issue. Flaw is now tracked as CVE 2025-64446, allows unauthenticated attackers to execute administrative commands. Fortinet confirmed widespread exploitation in the wild. Company released the fix, FortiWeb 8.0.2, on October 28. Patch arrived 3 weeks after the first exploitation report surfaced. 4. ASUS warns of critical authentication bypass in DSL routers. ASUS warns issued financial authentication bypass firmware updates for a critical authentication bypass flaw, CVE 2025-59367. ASUS warns without remote attackers to access affected 1.1.2.3_1010 fixes the issue for DSL AC51, DSL N16, and DSL AC750. ASUS regards users to update immediately to protect devices. ASUS company also provides mitigation steps for unsupported or unpatched models. These include disabling WAN-exposed services like remote access, DDNS, VPN, DMZ, and FTP. ASUS recommends strong admin passwords and regular security checks. Router vulnerabilities remain common targets for botnet activity. ASUS router flaws have been used by threat actor Vicious Trap to build the AYY-Shush botnet. CCISA has previously added older ASUS vulnerabilities to its exploited catalog. Lead Phelps, flaw is considered high risk due to ease of exploitation and remote access exposure. 5. CCS adds actively exploited FortiWeb flaw to KEV catalog. SSAir added the Fortinet FortiWeb vulnerability CVE 2225-64446 to its known exploited vulnerabilities KEV. Gratuitment flaw enables unauthenticated attackers to run admin-level commands via crafted requests. Ifractitioneth versions range across FortiWeb releases 7.0x to 8.0.1. SMTP confirmed exploitation is happening in the wild. TH issue involves relative path traversal within the web GUI component. ISA advises disabling HTTP/HTTPS management interfaces until patching. Limiting management access to internal networks dramatically reduces risk. Federal agencies must patch the flaw under Binding Operational Directive 2201. Organizations are strongly encouraged to review KEV entries regularly. A vulnerability's severity score is 9.1, critical. Exploitation allows remote takeover of devices without authentication. Patch updates exist in FortiWeb 8.0.2 and must be applied promptly. 6. Checkout.com discloses data breach after extortion attempt. Checkout.com reported a data breach stemming from a legacy cloud storage system. Thematic system had not been used since 2020 and was improperly decommissioned. Attackers accessed internal documents and merchant onboarding materials. Payment processing systems were not affected. Attackers attempted extortion after gaining access to the attempted extortion after gaining access. Checkup refused to pay any ransom and accepted responsibility. Stated the breach involved operational documents rather than financial data. The ransom amount to cybersecurity research efforts. Months will go to Carnegie Mellon University and Oxford Cyber Security Centre. Pencil axis to turn the incident into a positive investment in industry security. The breach highlights risks of forgotten legacy systems in corporate environments. Ransomware victims, Australia. Kalira Stribley, Inkinus Jewelry.